Hi, welcome everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you another demonstration of how autocorrelation is visualized in regression and how it creates problem. So this example, we start with simple stationary variable. Usually variable when they are long enough in time, they become non-stationary, which is one of the common problem of autocorrelation. So now I will show you how the problem arrives. So we start with the stationary variable regression. I will reduce the replication to save time. So let's say we have a data series. So if a data is stationary, its ACF function will look like this. You change the random seed, it will change the shape. Only the first lag will have a high ACF value, and then it will, so zero lag has high ACF value, then it will drop down very quickly. So if I generate the data, so you can look at it here, it will look like this. Okay, so the ideal indicator of the non-stationary stationary variable is that every second value is opposite to every next change is opposite to previous change. You can see it was decreasing, then increasing, then decreasing, increasing. So there is no two consecutive decreasing every time. There are some like two consecutive decrease here, two consecutive decrease here, but not very often. Ideally, it is rotating back to the original mean value of the data. Okay, so now let's see the simulation. So I will run the simulation here. You can see the sample size and the mean value of so what we are doing is we are estimating the variable with its lag value, and if it is a stationary variable, it will not be related to the past of the its past. Okay, so you can see the beta is very small, and standard error is also very small. So ideally, it will be insignificant. So if you go see the distribution, it's somewhere zero, slope is zero, and t distribution is also saying that it will accept zero slope. Okay, so if you check at the size value, you can notice that the p-value is mostly the 2.5 percentage of times all the p-values are less than 2.5% times. So it means very few times it is likely to be more than 2.5%, which will lead to increase in likelihood that it will reject the null hypothesis. Okay, so ideally p values are below. So size is good. It's stable around 2.5%. Why 2.5%? Because we are using 95% confidence interval. So if it's a two tail, so tails are looking at 2.5%. Okay, so this is a case when the data is stationary. Now I will show you an example when the data is non-stationary, what will happen. Okay, so I will come here and I will play it again. So you can see the nature of the non-stationary data. So it is deviating away from original data, and you see its ACF function, which is gradually reducing. So it means there is a memory in the data. Okay, now we go towards its simulation. Now if I run the simulation, it will show you the result. You can see the mean value on average is a bit higher. The past beta mean value is a bit higher, and there is high likelihood that we will reject the hypothesis that beta is not equal to beta equal to 0. We reject it. So we see the beta, it is still is converging at this stage, but if you look at the t values, it's not converging. Means when you run a regression of the non-stationary variable with its lag value, you will probably randomly for the data, you will not find it that it is rejecting alternative hypothesis where the beta is not 0. So there will be cases where it is accepting alternative hypothesis, okay, that beta is not 0. So what does it mean? It means that technically your beta will be very near to 0, but the standard error will be so small or the t value will be so big that it is still accepting the hypothesis that it is not 0. And then if you look at the p-value distribution, you can see there's a very high likelihood that the low p-values have a high ratio, and the very high p-values also have a high ratio. It means About 40% of time it will reject the null hypothesis, and about 50% of time it will accept the null hypothesis. Others have very small proportion. Okay, so this shows that what will happen if you use the regression non-stationary variables in the regression. So it will lead to autocorrelation. Thank you very much.